Okay, the door is off the car. The tool is holding the door. It actually worked really nice to get this door off the car. I did make a long time ago a deal you can put on your floor jack. They've got them you can buy. They do work. What I made works really well, but it left the door too wobbly. Trying to maneuver it around, especially for one person doing it. But this thing here is actually works pretty nice. And one thing I did fail to show you here, hang on, I'm still getting used to my little camera stabilizer here. This thing not only tilts the forks back and forth like that. Hang on a minute here. Let me get a little closer. If you look down, well, you can see here, and watch. You can actually tilt the door back and forth. That piece down there pivots to give you a little bit more leeway for working with your door when you go to put it back on. So you have up and down. Like I said, your bottom crank will kick the forks out. Kick them out like that, up or down. Then your top crank raises and lowers the whole thing. And then you have a pivot that you can pivot the whole door, to get it on. So it makes a difference. And the little holders seem to work pretty good. But like I said, now the major thing's going to be me probably I'm going to try to lift the door off here myself. If I can't, I'll get some help to lift it, because I'm going to have to bring it around the front of the car, put it up on the stand, so I can work on it. So, but the tool works. I am going to take, meanwhile, I have some of that real thin Body Shop plastic. I'm going to mask off the whole opening here. I will do that before I start any body work on the door to keep the dirt and dust out of the inside the car. So once I get the door moved, that's what I'm going to do. And then, mask off the opening, with the plastic to keep everything, the dust and dirt out, from inside the car. And I will scuff all of this. I'm not pulling these hinges. They're going to stay on because they are in adjustment. But I'm going to go and I'm going to scuff all of this. I will reseal it. And, I'm going to reseal the rocker. And when I get to the back, I'm not going to be able to seal the whole car. But I will, back here at the B-pillar, I will feather the sealer back, probably toward the end of the back of the quarter window. And then when I go to seal the whole car, then I don't have to get close to the door with the jambs painted. I don't want to spray any, primer to get anything in there. The paint, it's not a big deal. Like I said, I'll do with my special little masker, but I don't want to, shoot primer in there. If a little color gets in there, that's color. That's not primer, sealer. So, okay, got the door off, and it's looking pretty good. I like the tool so far. It'd be a lot easier to use in this garage if I didn't have so much stuff, where I could take stuff like this tool and maneuver around. Right here, if you see, amongst all the stuff, I got a big cherry picker, and that's not a folder upper. That bad boy is heavy. It's a heavy duty cherry picker. Back years ago when I pulled the motor out of my truck, I actually lifted the front of my truck with this thing. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy duty. So, and I am not going to push that outside right now because I don't even have my door unsealed. It's still nasty, nasty winter here in Ohio. And they're saying that this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, is supposed to be the first day of spring. Well, you look outside and it's snow. It's 30-some degrees. Like I said, Ohio weather stinks, but you got to deal with it. Okay, thanks again for watching my videos. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Have a good one.